Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, or tomorrow rather, I'm about to do the 3 national peaks in UK in 24 hours. This is my July challenge for this year, for my 12 months of fitness challenges. I have a playlist here where you can check out all the others I've done so far. But the 3 peaks in 24 hours. So this is the highest peak, or the highest summit in Scotland, which is Ben Nevis, and it's actually right behind me up there, so we're going to do that tomorrow. And then we go to Scafell in England, and then we're going to do Snowdon in Wales. So this is going to be a really fun challenge. I have not been on the mountains properly, since 2 years ago now, at this point, where I was at the Mount Kosciuszko National Park in Australia. And that was when I had my little accident up there. So if you haven't seen that, there's also a video here you can check out if you want to see kind of what happens. But I'm really excited, and the mountains have been calling me back in, and they're just so beautiful to be around. And while I'm not doing this in winter, and it's very unlikely we're going to see snow at the top on these ones, it's still going to be a really cool adventure, and I just love them. It's something part of me that's like a little like terrified of going up there, but I'm definitely way more excited to do this challenge. So it's currently almost 8:30 at night now, so we're gonna have an early start tomorrow, and it's gonna be pretty tough to keep up the pace. It's gonna be minimal rest, apart from when we're gonna be driving in between the peaks. That's the only time we're really gonna get rest. So we're gonna be starting at Ben Nevis, which is gonna be the longest one. There it is, there you can see a better view up there. So very much looking forward to that. We'll check in the morning. Okay, hiking up Ben Nevis. The height is 1,345 meters, and currently 23 minutes in. So a long way to go. Getting steeper now, but it's all good.
Yeah. Better now I've got out.
Almost at the top. We're about 20 meters of elevation left to go. This has been pretty gradual the entire time. Pretty rocky now. That's pretty cool up here now. But yeah, going back so far. Check this out now. We are walking through the cloud. It's so cool at the moment. Beautiful view. It's getting blocked out, but stunning.
Paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
What's up? Peak 1, Ben Nevis, Scotland. Big up here. There we are. I'm done. It's currently ascending Scafell Pike, 978 meters. We arrived at the same time as another tour group, so it is getting very busy on the track. So, and it's getting pretty hot again. See you at the top. Absolutely stunning. We're going to that peak. Peak 2 done. Peak 2.
Get you into the shot.
Sun's
Come on.
heading.
Back off, please.
Morning guys, the time is now 4:45 in the morning and we're 15 minutes in to our ascent for Snowdon, which is our last peak and it's in Wales. So we are cutting it fine for the 24-hour mark. However, we're going to take away the 45-minute stop, the mandatory stop that the driver had to do. So take away that and I think we're about to get the 24 hours done. Total ascent is going to be 1,045 meters, I think. I'll double check that.
It takes a little while for them to get going, doesn't it? And then a bit of neurophone kicks in.
There you have it. Those are the 3 peaks done in 24 hours in the UK. So that was the challenge for my July month. Now let's talk a little bit more about the challenge. It wasn't really discussed throughout the video so far. So doing this in 24 hours is quite challenging because of the different factors outside of your control. Number one, because we chose to do it with a tour company, which meant we had a designated driver and it was done all like legally, I guess you could say. There was a 45-minute mandatory stop for the driver. Between peak 1 and peak 2 is about a 6.5 hour drive. So adding in that stop, it comes out to be 7 hours. So we had a 45-minute stop where we weren't moving at all. If we took away this 45 minutes, we actually achieved a challenge in 24 hours, which is awesome. The other challenges was that going from peak 2 to 3, one of the motorways was actually closed. I don't know if this was a temporary thing or this happens on like every night. So we had to go a longer way around to get to the 3rd peak. Tourist traffic, especially on Ben Nevis. This is the first one. Being start of the day in summertime, really awesome day, and the longest one as well. We had a lot of traffic, especially coming back down to overtake people. And obviously some parts you can be careful. So take into account that that's really hard to get by. Doing it with a group, then you also have to keep the pace of everyone else. If there's someone slowing you down, you have to make sure that you, I guess, have enough time for them to catch up. Or ultimately it comes down to the tour guide to make a decision on how we can make sure the pace is up to standard. So that was some of the challenges, and also managing injuries as well. We fortunately, for the most part, our group was really, really good. We had one little bit of slowdown coming down the second peak at Scafell Pike. We managed to kind of solve that for the third one. For me, my body was doing really well up until the Scafell Pike. That one being the most technical out of the three. So Ben Nevis was the longest, so that took us 5 hours return. Second one, Scafell Pike. This was the shortest, but I guess the most rocky terrain. So especially towards the top, you can't just like rush it coming down and everything. And we were also going down in the dark for half of it. The third one, that is the most technically challenging one because you have to watch your step. It's not completely dangerous. You just got to make sure that you keep your eyes open, especially the path we took. Going down, we followed a long, easy road going down. But going up just to save time, we chose the a different path. I can't remember the name, but it will show up on the screen in a moment. And because there was a lot more steps as anticipated and bigger jumps, hip flexors were getting incredibly fatigued. And then by the time I'm coming back down the third peak, then I could not go very fast, and to the point where it was quite excruciating with my hip flexors, more so ever than the ultra. And yeah, that's saying something. But to be fair, after the bus ride back home and everything, they actually recovered quite well, and they were fine the next day, which is awesome. This is a really good challenge to get done. So nutrition and hydration are some of the critical factors that you really need to think about for this challenge. Having enough water throughout the trip. Obviously you can restock on the van, which was great, but taking it on you, so you want to make sure you have enough for the hike. And nutrition. We didn't have much time to spend on the mountain itself. Say 2-minute breaks here and there to have a quick sugary hit or to refill, rest the legs, etc. So yeah, you want to maximize the time so you can really get on with the actual challenge. Because bear in mind, if it takes 10 hours, roughly, to get the driving done, you only have 14 hours to complete it. So we were on a tight timeline to get that done. In terms of nutrition, it was mostly sugary snacks, stuff that's easily to digest, and getting protein where you can, that's really beneficial to have. Now for those of you thinking, I don't really want to do a tour group, I just want to get this done, one of the things you have to keep in mind is that driving itself is going to be quite fatiguing. So if you're hiking and then driving yourself, that plays a huge risk to yourself and others. So that's something to keep in mind. You can obviously do it privately if you had someone to do it with you. Perhaps I recommend having a designated driver and who doesn't do the hiking itself. That way they're feeling refreshed and focused for the actual driving, and you can get some rest on the actual car ride. So those are some things to think about for the 3 peaks. I absolutely really love this challenge. We had a really lucky time there with the weather. The scenery was amazing. The only time where we ran a bit of trouble with the weather was the summit of Snowdon, and it got really windy and lots of rain up in that section, but then as soon as you come off the summit, then it was okay. But yeah, the sunset coming down Scafell Pike was absolutely beautiful, and it was out of this world, to be honest, to see something like that, a red sunset. Yeah, we couldn't have done this in a better time to do it. So that's the 3 peaks hike of the UK. Highly recommend you guys check out these mountains, even if you did them just individually on a day. These are really, really nice mountains, accessible to a lot of people. Obviously some fitness required, just like any other hike, but they're not too technically demanding where you need equipment or really personalized guides. The routes are pretty easy to follow around, maybe with the exception with the route we chose going up Snowdon. Otherwise, yeah, this is really beautiful. I want to explore more of that area, especially Scotland, and I think it'd be nice to try one of them in a winter season, going up some bit of snow. I think that'd be really cool. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Brand new shirt from 0 to 1. Check it out. Use the code CAM15. Their website is linked in the description. And if you haven't signed up to my newsletter called Midweek Motivation, this might be something you're interested in if you're looking to get a story coming every week to really help you get through maybe life challenges. So maybe you're a bit lost on purpose, maybe you're stuck for a workout routine, a bit unmotivated with your training in general. Check it out, link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below, and subscribe if you want to see more content. Thank you so much. See you next time.